In today's video, I'll be talking about the Ka-Bar folder, a remarkable knife in itself. And for those of you that don't know what a Ka-Bar is, if you're any type of knife person, if you have never heard of a Ka-Bar, then I don't know where you've been. Ka-Bar is highly popular. However, the price point of a Ka-Bar usually scares people away. Ka-Bar folders, unless you go to a really big knife shop, a shop that carries a lot of knives, really, you won't find very many of these just laying around in just a standardized knife shop. I mean, if you go to an outdoor shop like Bass Pro and stuff, you may see some of these. This one actually came from the world's largest knife shop, 108,000 square feet, down in Tennessee. And if you guys have not seen that video, be sure to go check it out because it is a remarkable store. 108,000 square feet, and they got guns and ammo and some other things. But it's like a jewelry store for knives. They have case after case after case, and they have dinosaur bones, and dinosaur fossils, and all kinds of really cool things. But if you guys have not checked out that video, be sure to go do it. Back to the Ka-Bar folder, though. Most people only know the fixed blade Ka-Bars. They really don't think of the Ka-Bar folder, and a lot of you out there are possibly thinking, well, I've never even heard of the Ka-Bar folder. Well, just as the name says, it's a folder. It folds. Now, when most people think of a Ka-Bar folder, they think of a bigger knife, and they think of one that is in tactical black, as what some people call it, but just a black. As you can see, though, this one is wood grain. This one is something that is kind of a weird knife, just being a standardized pocket knife, but it's that wood grain design. And I've been talking to people. I have a lot of friends who own a lot of Ka-Bar knives, and they own Ka-Bar folders as well, but they say, like, I've never seen one like that. I've only seen them in black. Now, granted, unless if you've been around and seen, again, this one came from the world's largest knife shop, Tennessee. Definitely something that you guys should go check out. The Knife Works in Tennessee. It is just insane how big that shop is. The nice thing about this knife, though, is its retention. It's not going to accidentally come out of being closed there. As you can see there, it's a little bit tricky to get it to pop out sometimes, though, too. But if you give it a little assistance, it'll pop out just like that. Ka-Bar is becoming highly popular. I don't know if you guys can see this. A lot of people have a problem with this. You can see right there, though. Made in China. Well, everything's made in China. People say that they don't buy anything like made in China. That's not true. Most of everything that you buy is made in China. Even if it doesn't say made in China, some of the parts on it is made in China. I guarantee you there's parts in your car that have been made in China. But that is the problem that a lot of people have with these products such as this. But honestly, I have had no problems out of it. And most of your knives are not going to be American made. A lot of my knives that I have are made in Pakistan. And they are fantastic knives. Or at least they're stamped made in Pakistan. Kind of like some of these things right here. This has been a fantastic pocket knife. It's been put through some tests. Fantastic. Been holding the blade edge quite well. As long as you keep them clean and you keep them sharp, that's really all there is to taking care of knives. However, this knife right here cost me 25 bucks. A lot of people think Ka-Bar is expensive. That's really not that expensive, especially for a Ka-Bar. Again, a lot of people see these in fixed blades. Fixed blades, for those of you that don't know, if you're new to knives, are the blades that don't fold, they don't do anything. They're just a fixed blade. As the name suggests, the blade just stays in place, and you put it inside of a sheath, and you wear it on your belt. Kind of like a dagger. A dagger is a fixed blade knife. Now, something to keep in mind, if you're going to do this, a lot of people have asked me, do you like the folding Ka-Bar over the fixed blade Ka-Bar? Well, it depends on what I'm doing. If I was going into combat, I would rather have the fixed blade Ka-Bar. But going camping, I'd like to carry both of them. So that way you have your tactical advantage, but you also have something that you can use extremely well. Now, I own a lot of pocket knives, but this one right here puts a lot of my other ones to shame. Remember, whenever it comes to buying pocket knives, guys, it is not the price that counts. It's the quality of the knife. That shop that I was in, Dead Knives anywhere from $2.99 all the way up to $15.99, as in $1,599. And some of them even went up way more than that. But it is important to remember that giving a high amount for a knife doesn't make it good. And just because the knife is cheap, now I will say this, for the most part, cheap knives are not going to be very good. I have handled them. I've broken more cheap knives than anything. Get yourself something decent like this Ka-Bar folder right here. Again, $25. You peg them up, and it's not that big of a deal. These knives used to actually cost way more, but then there's been a massive sale on them. I recommend Ka-Bar because they continue to produce quality. Ontario Knife Company, on the other hand, though, guys, they got bought out. I don't know how their new quality products is. If somebody knows, let us know, and hopefully I can acquire some of Ontario's new knives. They used to be fantastic. They used to be so good that that's what like Delta Force operators carried, was the bayonet Ontario knife. One of Ontario's bayonet knives that they manufactured. But as far as everyday civilian use goes, folders like this, pocket knife, this is something that any and everybody should have. I always said everybody should carry a knife at least. A knife has got so many uses, that from being able to just open boxes easier, to where if you got to cut some tape, to where even self-defense. Self-defense is the thing that I really tell people, because you got to remember this. Nobody wants to go to the ground with a person that has a knife. So if you're looking for a good quality knife and not looking to spend a fortune, again, $25, Ka-Bar knives. There's not much to say about this, because honestly, if you don't know what a Ka-Bar is, do some more research on them. Fantastic knife brand. I've never had any problems out of mine, and that will probably continue to be the case because I take care of them. But I do some hard work with my knives, and I put them through their paces, guys. So at the end of the day, buy the knife that feels right for you. It's just like buying a gun, or it's just like the person that you marry. They're right for you. God bless each and every one.